So I was listening to a conversation the other day with Bo Kemp, who runs the Southland Development Authority up in Chicago, quasi-governmental organization in the middle of Chicago. And he was talking about something that is really simple to say, but probably harder to execute, which is economic development at its core is public-private partnerships. And for their organization, based on where they're located, specifically to the power grid in the PGM, they're well positioned for data centers. And his thoughts on a good public-private partnership structure is somebody like the Southland Development Authority who can be the conduit for all those conversations. Some of these companies are spending billions of dollars that are going to make generational impacts on these communities. The last thing that they can do is have to talk to 100 different people. This organization, the way he was describing it, is a perfect example to other communities and economic development authorities across the country. They are the middleman, the broker, the conduit of the conversations with the power grid, the electric company, the utility providers, the municipality, et cetera, et cetera. So our firm at MWM, we live right in the middle of the public-private equation. The economic development game has changed. Physical sites aren't enough anymore. Most of the friction in economic development happens at the seam between public and private. They're talking different languages, they're on different timelines, they're moving at different speeds. So when those two worlds can't communicate, projects stall. When they can, projects move forward. From the corporate side of things, that is everything to them. When they're making major investments in communities, they don't have time to have conversations with multiple different elected officials, utility providers. They need to have a funnel for one conversation. And that's where organizations like the Southland Development Authority come into play. Well-run organizations like that can compress the timeline of a project substantially. Communities who are winning major investments figured out how these partnerships work early. Not when the deal shows up, but they've figured it out years in advance. They know how public funding works. They know how the incentive decisions get made. They know how to quarterback a project from A to Z. So the bar in economic development has moved. Incentives, they're now just table stakes. The new prereqs, they're physical, they're expensive, and they take years to build. They require the kind of sustained public-private partnerships that most communities just talk about, but very few can actually execute. The communities who are doing the work now are going to be in the room when the next wave of decisions are made. Those who are not are going to be watching from the outside.